We have a special guest with us here tonight. We have Daniel. He is a fourth grader at Mason Elementary, and he has been and experienced being the mayor for the day. So we are very excited to have him. He's going to help us kick things off here a little bit with roll call, if you'd like.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Bennett?
Here.
Councilmember Burrell?
Here.
Councilmember Singh?
Here.
Councilmember Spaeth?
Here.
Councilmember Swamy?
Here.
Vice Mayor Gibson?
Here.
Mayor Stricula?
Here. All right, and before we get into Pledge of Allegiance, Daniel's going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And I just want to talk a little bit about some of the things that you did today, if that's okay. Yeah. Did you want to say anything about what you did, or?
No, I didn't really want.
No, okay. Yeah, so you got to experience a lot of what the city has to offer. We got to have lunch together, which was very nice. Thank you for joining me for lunch. Yeah. And then I didn't. You went to the service center.
Yeah.
You toured the water reclamation plant, which was very exciting. You said you fell in.
No, I did not.
No, you did. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, good. All right. And then you went to the police station.
Yeah.
Right? Toured that.
Yeah.
They put you in handcuffs?
No.
No handcuffs? Okay, good. And then the fire department.
Yeah.
And you fired the fire department, the fire chief? That's what
Yeah.
no? Oh, okay, you did? Okay, yeah. All right, but you had a great day?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, we're so excited that you were able to share it with us and glad that you were able to experience that.
Yeah.
And you're okay leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance now?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Daniel, thank you so much for joining us for today. Are we doing pictures now? And then, or are you doing? We can do that. All right. So we need a motion to approve the minutes from the January 12th council meeting.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Great. And then the city manager's report.
Well, that was going to start with, before Daniel can end his term as mayor, we thought we'd get a photo of Daniel with council members, and I think there may be a gift on behalf of council for him. So if we could ask everyone to come here. Maybe his parents want to join as well.
Mr. Hanson?
Yes, thank you. Have several events here we'll try and move through. First First of all, as council's aware, there are several city events throughout the coming year, including America 250 events held both on the plaza as well as on the municipal campus here, where the American Legion Post and VFW posts often will request temporary liquor permits through the state of Ohio to provide adult beverages at those events. To allow that service on the plaza or on Mesa Municipal Campus, approval from council to allow for alcohol service is necessary. Should add that profits from the sale of the Legion, the VFW post, are split with the Mason Parks Foundation. So there's a benefit to the community as well as to those veterans groups. If council is willing to do that, a motion would be appropriate to approve the sale of alcohol at the plaza and municipal campus.
I need a motion to allow the American Legion Post 194 and VFW Post 9622 to request temporary liquor permits.
I'll make that motion. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Perfect.
I also have a liquor permit request through the state of Ohio. It was not included in your packets. It came in a little bit later. It is for Low Country Studios, Inc., doing business as Painting with a Twist. It is a D1, D2, which is beer only for on-premises consumption in sealed containers for carryout until 1 a.m., and wine and certain prepackaged mixed drinks for on-premises consumption in sealed containers for carryout until 1 a.m. Council can request a hearing or not request a hearing and do that via motion.
Make a motion not to request a hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes. Yes.
Any opposed?
Thank you. A couple of events going on in the city that I wanted to highlight. The city is hosting a safety workshop this month that will be focused on the topics of online safety and internet security. It's a free workshop. It is presented by the city's campus safety team, occurring on this Thursday, February 12th, between 6 and 8 p.m., being held at the Municipal Aquatic Center in the community room there off to the right. So a chance to see the Aquatic Center. Also told that folks attending that workshop will be eligible to receive a Come Together Masonry gift card. It is free, open to all community members, ages 14 and above. Registration is needed and can be done through the city's website. So encourage folks to take advantage of that opportunity. The city is, as part of America 250 this year, one of the partnerships the city is pursuing is with the MAID CDC and promoting a patriotic rock painting event on this Saturday, February 14th, from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's also done in conjunction with the American Legion, Post 194, with their monthly breakfast event. So folks have the opportunity to enjoy a breakfast I think most of you are aware of. $12 for adults and kids for $5. The rock painting that occurs during the breakfast is free, so you're able to support the veterans, get a good meal, support the CDC, as well as share your patriotism this year for 250. City offices will be closed next Monday, February 16th, as an observance of President's Day. However, the Community Center and the Aquatic Center will be open with their normal hours. May be appropriate now another event for not the city's, the nation's 250th anniversary. Mason Community Players is presenting several themed performances for the community to enjoy. And one in particular is coming up, and I think we have the pleasure of having Miss Laura Gonzalez, who can maybe tell us a little bit about that.
Thank you, Mr. Hanson, and thank you, council members, for the opportunity to speak with this wonderful group here. So we just wanted to take a few minutes to talk a little bit about Mason Community Players and some of the things that we're excited to be able to present this year and work with you. So we have been in a continuously operating community theater since 1973. We enjoyed visiting with you 3 years ago as we got the blessing for a recognition for our 50th anniversary. Our mission is very involved. I'm not going to read it for you word for word, but a couple of the key points that I do want to emphasize, aside from the fact that we are a nonprofit, is We do strive to make it possible for every member of the community, regardless of age, gender, race, or creed, to have an opportunity to experience live theater. And why we do what we do is because we believe that art improves life. And we believe this goes hand in hand with a lot of the city's mission to make the city of Mason a destination. We have some key numbers as well as we look at last calendar year. We had 191 folks participate in productions. About a quarter of those were new to our organization. We've been recognized by the ACT Cincinnati by over 40 Orchid Awards last year. We have 77 members participate in at least one of our fundraisers. We had 26 new members and over 50%, I'll say, retention rate of folks who come back and want to do more with us. And we are a working organization. We have ourselves 10 board members and 36 members who work on our committees in order to continue to further the mission of Mason Community Players. We grow our outreach from year to year, so we are very proud that you can see that our audience numbers have increased year on year steadily. We take pride in this not just because of, I'll say, money in pockets or butts in seats, but also because this is a growing population that we are touching to bring art into their lives. These numbers would be even greater. This is our main stage shows, not even some of the additional fundraisers which we do, like murder mystery performances or the Mark McGrath Gala, which I think you had some folks come visit, talk with you about last year. We are a financially healthy organization. If we look back to coming out of COVID, we consistently keep money in the bank to make sure that we could weather difficult times going forward. We bought a property in 2021 and invested heavily in some renovations. And what you can see in the last few years, we have also been growing our assets year on year as we work towards our next round of renovations, which we hope to improve the space for both our members, again, and the community which comes and participates in it with us. So closing out, we're very excited to celebrate the semi-quincentennial with you all. We have a wonderful season coming up. In just 2 short weeks, we'll be opening a production of Almost Maine, which is a slice of a small town in Maine and talks about different relationships. We've got You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, which is a slice of the good old Peanuts cartoon brought to life through song and dance. 1776, the original story of the Constitution, again through song and dance, will be produced in July. And then rounding things out in October, we have Decision Height, which is a story of the first female fighter pilots. So we hope that we will get to see many of you and the residents in our audience or on our stages. We think this is a great year to celebrate, and we think this is a great opportunity to have our first year with a service contract with the city. I know that motion is coming up later today, and we hope that just knowing a little bit about what we've been doing, what we're looking forward to, will give the confidence that this is the beginning of even more great things together. Thank you.
Thank you. A couple of other announcements I'll move through here. Also, another partnership with the city with the Mason Symphony Orchestra on Sunday, February 22nd. They are holding a concert at Kings Island Theater for community members. It's Disney and Pixar's Coco in concert live to film. That begins at 5 p.m. They perform the score to the movie while members in attendance can watch the animated film. Tickets are available for purchase at www.masonsymphonyorchestra.org. Another item for business for council. Last November, council adopted an ordinance that exercised a clawback provision on acreage, 33-acre property located in the Mason Research and Development Park, reasserting city ownership of that property as it is transferred back to the city at the end of the year. The city, as now the owner of that property, realizes a significant benefit by allowing it to be farmed and saving on some of the property tax exposure on that. What staff are proposing here is, in order to lower those property taxes and for efficiency here, met with the farmer that does farm other city-owned properties, and they agreed to essentially duplicate their existing lease by paying the same price per acre as they farm on other city-owned property. If that's agreeable to council, then a motion to authorize the inclusion of that property in the existing farm lease would be appropriate.
So I just need a motion to authorize the inclusion of the property in ordinance 2025-89 to the existing farm lease.
I'll make that motion. Second?
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed?
Thank you. One other thing to highlight, and several folks, both in the audience and up here, are wearing red. If you came in the building, I hope the red lights were on, if you noticed the, that is, for Heart Health Literacy Month, which the city is celebrating. It gives us an opportunity both to highlight what Mason likes to call our culture of wellness. It also highlights many of our community amenities, including golf, as the host of tennis, the community center. And it's also significant, it helps us highlight innovation that's happening within our corporate community, as we have many corporations and significant contributors to the city's quality of life that are on the cutting edge of technologies and procedures that help support heart-healthy living. All that being said, there are a variety of resources and programs the city is sponsoring throughout the month. Those can be found on the city's website at imaginemason.org. And we appreciate the opportunity both council and the community affords us to continue to promote that culture of wellness. Warren County is kicking off through the Convention Visitors Bureau their annual Best of Warren County Awards. And what we'd like, those were kicked off February 3rd, encouraging the community to participate in that, first of all, by nominating their favorite Mason business or experience so that we can highlight many of those opportunities within Mason. Mason has done well at these awards in the past. We'd like to continue that record. Initial nominations can be made through February 17th. That is done through visiting ohioslargestplayground.com. And then final voting, so once the nominations are in, you can return to take final voting between February 24th and March 10th, when the winners are then announced later in the month of March at their annual luncheon. So encouraging folks to visit ohioslargestplayground.com to nominate and then vote for your favorite Mason businesses. Finally, just want to remind council that our next meeting will be on Thursday, March 5th at 2 p.m. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Hanson. Next on the agenda is recognition of visitors. So if anyone would like to come and address council, they may. Mr. Stegbauer, good to see you, sir.
Hello, I'm Randy Stegbauer, 5358 Hidden Creek Circle. First, I want to say that I'm jealous of Daniel. He got to view the water treatment plant. That would be a super cool tour. You had to do something to make that available for everybody. But the first thing, what I want to thank Mason for clearing the roads in such a great way that, this tremendous amount of snow we got. This is, not quite unprecedented certainly, but it was deep and wide. And so I definitely appreciated getting all the roads clear. But next, I also appreciate you clearing the sidewalks just in front of the building here and over by the cemetery. I haven't got to use those yet, just because it's kind of the cold weather kind of stops me from walking as far as I want to at noon with the dog. But what I'd like to propose is that you do the same thing for other roads, like Bethany, Tylersville, on down Mason Montgomery, Mason Road, especially, at least the bike path, make some space there for people to walk, just to walk from across the street from one community to the next. I understand that in some areas there's, the businesses somehow should be made responsible, but likewise, deep and wide snow might be hard for some of the businesses to take care of. The only other thing I'd just like to add is that, I understand that, that eventually Mother Nature is going to take care of it, but that might be a few weeks before it's gone, and who knows, especially when it gets down shallow, it turns not just snow, it turns into ice, and now becomes a bigger danger. Anyway, thanks for clearing the roads. Think about, just one snowplow path down some of those roads would be, I think, great for the rest of the community. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Stegbauer. Anyone else? Yes, sir. Mr. Williams.
I finally got up here. I didn't know if I had a hitch in my giddy up that I'd make it up here, but I did. Council, Mayor, I want to thank you also for what Mr. Stegbauer said about the cleaning of the streets. I think the staff did a great job, and it really, they do it every year, and especially this year, it was exceptional. Because I know that at times they work some very long and hard hours, and it's certainly appreciated very much. Also, I'd be amiss that at the last meeting, I wanted to say something, and I forgot completely about it, to say thank you for what you do at the holidays in terms of the lights and all the attractions that you have in the city and downtown. I remember when I moved to Mason with my family, and there were no lights at all, no Christmas lights of any kind for a number of years. And we finally were able to get that, and now look at what we do. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's really amazing. It would be nice to stretch it a little bit further, but I think it's great that you do that. Secondly, I did bring my red. I have a red hat, but I have it for another reason. You'll notice on this hat, if you can barely see it, I have a flag, an American flag. And this year, being the 250th anniversary of our great country, I think it only appropriate that since we honor the flag, like at this meeting before you get started, that the city of Mason, and I'm making a challenge to the city of Mason and to the residents and to the business for everyone to put some kind of a flag out for this celebration, be it a small flag or be it a large flag. Whether you put it in a window, whether you put it on a pole, whether you stick it in the ground, I think it would be appropriate to see us do that. We can even make a challenge and challenge the other cities in Warren County that we can put more flags out in Mason, Ohio than any place else in the county. I think we can all do it. It doesn't cost that much, and a little flag even stuck in the ground means something to people. And I think it's about time that we start showing, especially for our 250th anniversary, that we show something to honor just what we have in this country. And we have a lot of freedom and a lot of things that we are very thankful for. And I'd just like to put that as a presentation towards the city as Flag Day comes up. I believe it's June 14th, and get them up by the time July 4th comes. So that's my proposal, and that's my challenge to the city of Mason. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Anyone else like to address council? Okay,
Mayor, before you go on, can I say something, if it's all right?
sure, yeah.
I don't think we're ever going to have another citizen who actually wants to tour the water reclamation plant. Can we please arrange that for Randy? I've never heard anybody want to do that. Let's get that arranged for him.
We've got our guy's name and number, just needs calendar.
Thank you. All right. Moving on to Resolution 2026-2, a motion to read by title only, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed?
Proclaiming February as Heart Health Literacy Month in Mason.
Mrs. Pantling.
Thank you, Mayor and members of council. Before you tonight is Resolution 2026-2, an opportunity for the city to recognize February as Heart Health Literacy Month in Mason. Since 2020, the city has led Heart Health Literacy Month initiative in collaboration with our corporate and wellness partners to amplify the American Heart Association's Heart Health Month movement. Heart Health Literacy Month aims to further Mason's commitment to building a culture of wellness by helping the community achieve a deeper understanding of the importance of heart health and further Mason's reputation as a national leader in life sciences and wellness advocacy by promoting the innovation taking place within Mason's growing biohub. Heart Health Month Literacy kicked off last week with the recognition of National Go Red Day on February 6, which aimed to generate awareness of the prevalence of heart disease in the United States. Additional activities are planned throughout the month, including a Heart Health Wellness Challenge offered all month at the Mason Community Center, a heart healthy discussion led by fitness and nutrition specialists at Mason Community Center on February 19th, an on-campus blood drive on February 20th, several CPR and AED demonstrations by the fire department, as well as community-wide promotion to participate in the 2026 Cincinnati Heart Health Mini Marathon and Walk on March 15th through the city's partnership with TriHealth. The community is encouraged to learn more, get involved, and become educated on the importance of heart health literacy by visiting the city's website at imaginemason.org. Resolution 2026-2 is recommended for adoption. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Thank you. I need a motion to suspend the rule and allow for adoption after first reading.
So moved.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Any opposed? Motion to adopt, please.
So moved.
Second.
Any council discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Burrell?
Yes.
Councilmember Singh?
Yes.
Councilmember Spaeth?
Yes.
Councilmember Swamy? Yes. Vice Mayor Gibson?
Yes.
Mayor Stricula?
Yes.
Councilmember Bennett?
Yes.
Thank you. Items 8 and 9. So we'll start with the second reading for ordinance 2026-1. So motion to read by title only, please. All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Mr. Forbes?
Approval of a revised concept planned unit development plan for Great Wolf Lodge located at 2501 Great Wolf Drive, Great Wolf Lodge, PUD.
Awesome. Ms. Bacon?
Thank you, Mayor. So Great Wolf Lodge has submitted a revised concept plan for review and approval. Jenna, if you don't mind putting the screen on, sorry. So for those who may not be familiar with Great Wolf Lodge, this is the property in question. The building shown in yellow is the current building. So you have the hotel and conference center facing Kings Island Drive, and then behind that is the water park. It's a little small in this picture, but you see this green box in front of the building facing Kings Island Drive. That is what the applicant is proposing. So they're proposing to construct a 6-story tower. It would have 24 3-bedroom suites. They're intending to market these to larger families that are coming to Great Wolf Lodge. Because of the height of it, because of the 6 feet, it was treated as a major modification to the PUD by Planning Commission. And so the discussion at Planning Commission really centered on the height and the location of the building. So this will be in front of the current hotel, which is 4 stories, so 2 stories taller than the current hotel. They are proposing for it to be the same height as that water park that's behind the hotel. So the water park is 75 feet tall. This building would also be 75 feet tall. But because of that increased height, Planning Commission was supportive, but they did add some conditions to their approval, which was 1, the suite tower be the same height as that water park, and then 2, some additional landscaping beyond what would be required by the code be added along Kings Island Drive, with the understanding that won't screen everything, but will provide some additional screening to those people driving along the road. So with that, Planning Commission did forward a recommendation of approval, and ordinance 2026-1 is recommended for approval with those conditions this evening, but I'm available for any questions.
Great, thank you. We have a public hearing. Right now, we'll open it at 7:30. So if anyone's here and would like to discuss ordinance 2026-1, sorry. Yes, sir. Thank you.
I'm Kevin Eldridge, the general manager at Great Wolf Lodge, and I don't have anything to add, but I'm happy to answer any questions if any of you have them.
Great, thank you. If we'll close the public hearing, then we'll have council discussion. So yeah, if you don't mind, just stay close, if that's okay. If we have any questions, yeah. Does anybody else, would anyone else like to discuss 2026-1? Yep. Seeing none, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing at 7:31. Great. So I need a motion to adopt, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? No, sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. Council discussion. Nothing? Okay. Roll call. Mr. All set.
Councilmember Singh,
Yes.
Councilmember Spaeth,
Yes.
Councilmember Swamy,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Gibson,
Yes.
Mayor Stricula,
Yes.
Councilmember Bennett,
Yes.
Councilmember Burrell.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. Mr. Eldridge, we did not have any questions, so thank you for coming. Yes, appreciate your time. Thanks for being here. All right, ordinance 2027. Is that right? Oh, I've got one. Okay, 2026-10. Motion to read by title only, please.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Mr. Forbes?
Approval of a revised concept plan unit development plan for Betty Cottages at 1480 Western Row Road, Betty Cottages PUD.
Mr. Hanson?
Yes, we'd like to set a public hearing on this for March 9th.
All right, ordinance 2026-11. Motion to read by title only.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed?
Authorizing the city manager to execute sanitary and storm sewer easements for the Nouveau PUD.
Mr. Seiler?
Yes, thank you, Mayor and Council. Back in October, Council approved phases 1A and 1B of the Nouveau subdivision. This is located on Central Park Boulevard, south of Cedar Village Drive. The subdivision includes an extension of Central Park Boulevard, and also includes extensions of sanitary sewer and storm sewer that are outside of the platted areas. So when that was approved, it was contingent on those easements being brought back to council, and because they're outside the platted areas, they're just done as exhibits on the attachment to the ordinance. So ordinance 2026-11 is recommended. These will probably be included in future sections of the subdivision on plats in the future, but they're necessary to be executed now because the sanitary sewer and storm are in place. So with that, any questions I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you. Motion to suspend the rule and allow for adoption after the first reading.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion to adopt.
So moved. Second.
Council discussion. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Spaeth,
Yes.
Councilmember Swamy,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Gibson,
Yes.
Mayor Stricula,
Yes.
Councilmember Bennett,
Yes.
Councilmember Burrell,
Yes.
Councilmember Singh.
Yes.
All right, ordinance 2026-12. Motion to read by title only.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed?
Authorizing the city manager to enter into a service agreement in the amount of $8,000 with Women Walking West.
Mrs. Pantling?
Thank you, Mayor and members of council. I'd like to cover the next four ordinances related to service agreements with nonprofit organizations. In 2006, the Finance Committee developed and council approved a policy to guide contributions to local nonprofit organizations. The policy at that time limited city contributions to $8,000 and no more than a third of an organization's overall budget. Ultimately, council recommended moving towards a service agreement approach for contributions to nonprofits. Under this approach, funds would be provided to an organization in exchange for services that benefit the city of Mason and provide a valid public purpose. The $8,000 funding level and the 2-to-1 match remained a standard under the new service agreement approach. Ordinance 2026-12 authorizes a service agreement with Women Walking West. Women Walking West's mission is to remove educational barriers facing foreign-born adult women by by creating learning communities where women can achieve their educational goals and lead successful lives both academically and personally. Women Walking West have participated in the City Service Agreement program since 2019, and through their mentorship approach, they have helped connected 35 mentees with 32 mentors throughout the Mason community. Women Walking West continues to serve as a resource to the city's economic development, recruitment, and retention activities, and assist the city in promoting the social and cultural benefits of the city's wellness amenities, such as the community center and aquatic center. Ordinance 2026-13 authorizes a service agreement with Safe on Main. Safe on Main's mission is to provide resources, safety, healing, and empowerment to domestic violence and sexual assault survivors, as well as prevention education throughout the community. Safe on Main operates 24/7, and their services reach over 8,000 individuals each year who have experienced this type of trauma, as well as a reach of to 6,000 youth annually as part of their prevention program. Safe on Main has participated in the city's service agreement program since 2019 and remains a valuable resource to the city's law enforcement and first responders. Ordinance 2026-14 authorizes a service agreement with Family Promise of Warren County. Family Promise's mission is to assist families experiencing homelessness to achieve self-sufficiency and sustainable independence. In addition to providing food and shelter for families, their services help adults in the family to enhance skills in the areas of independent living, parenting, financial security, and job readiness in order to prepare them for success outside of the shelter. Family Promise is the only family shelter operating in Warren County and has served over 1,000 families experiencing homelessness. Family Promise has participated in the city service agreement program since 2024 and remains a valuable partner and resource to the city of Mason. Lastly, Ordinance 2026-15 authorizes a service agreement with Mason Community Players. Mason Community Players' mission is to enhance the arts in Mason by providing affordable yet high-quality theatrical productions for the Mason community to enjoy. Since 1973, the Players have brought to life more than 120 productions and 30 original music reviews to the community. In 2025, the Mason Community Players approached the city interested in participating in the service agreement program to enhance the Players' funding model so they can continue to provide high-quality performances to the community. 2026 will be the first year of their participation in the city's service agreement program. Ordinance 2026-12 through 2026-15 is recommended for adoption. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Thank you. Motion to suspend the rule and allow for adoption after the first reading.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion to adopt.
Second.
Council discussion?
Mayor? So the Mason Community Players is one of those things that I had no idea of until joining City Council. And I did attend your Christmas program that you gave, and I was pleasantly surprised at what I learned about your group. You know, first, everyone was cheerful. It was a great time. It was standing room only. I had a little trouble finding a seat, but I managed to find a seat. The snacks were good. All about it was good. The performance was great, and what I loved about it was everyone was having fun. It was really obvious that you're a group that just loves to get together and perform. The music was great, and I have to tell you that my favorite part was at the end when you did the choral sing, and I think you did a version of "Oh Holy Night" in a round version. It was a little different, and it was just beautiful. So as a former choir boy, I really enjoyed the choral singing. So just on so many levels, I had a great time, and I think it's great that you're now able to take advantage of what the city offers, and I will be attending many of your future performances, so well done.
Thank you.
Mayor, I have a question, and I apologize, I should know the answer to this, but I'm forgetting. So on some of the service agreements, it says there's a minimum of $1,000 that, of city support that's allocated toward like the community center or aquatic center. Is that included in the 8,000 or is that in addition to the 8,000? That's what I thought. Okay, thank you.
Great. Any other council comments? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Swamy,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Gibson,
Yes.
Mayor Stricula,
Yes.
Councilmember Bennett,
Yes.
Councilmember Burrell,
Yes.
Councilmember Singh,
Yes.
Councilmember Spaeth.
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-13, motion to read by title only.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Authorizing the city manager to enter into a service agreement in the amount of $8,000 with Safe on Main.
Motion to suspend the rule and allow for adoption after the first reading.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Council discussion? Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Gibson,
Yes.
Mayor Stricula,
Yes.
Councilmember Bennett,
Yes.
Councilmember Burrell,
Yes.
Councilmember Singh,
Yes.
Councilmember Spaeth,
Yes.
Councilmember Swamy.
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-14, motion to read by title only.
So moved. Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed?
Authorizing the city manager to enter into a service agreement in the amount of $8,000 with Family Promise of Warren County.
Motion to suspend the rule and allow for adoption after the first reading.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion to adopt.
So moved. Second.
Council discussion? Roll call, please.
Mayor Stricula,
Yes.
Councilmember Bennett,
Yes.
Councilmember Burrell,
Yes.
Councilmember Singh,
Yes.
Councilmember Spaeth,
Yes.
Councilmember Swamy,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Gibson.
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-15, motion to read by title only.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed?
Authorizing the city manager to enter into a service agreement in the amount of $8,000 with Mason Community Players.
Motion to suspend the rule and allow for adoption after the first reading.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Council discussion? I will just quickly say I'm looking forward to the performances that you set for this year and the theme of celebrating our semi-quincentennial, so I think that's very exciting. So thank you for coming in for that presentation. Anyone else? Sorry. Roll call. Oh,
Good job pronouncing the name.
I've been practicing. That's been, yeah.
Semi-quincentennial?
Yeah, been practicing. Yeah. All right, roll call, please.
Councilmember Bennett,
Yes.
Councilmember Burrell,
Yes.
Councilmember Singh,
Yes.
Councilmember Spaeth,
Yes.
Councilmember Swamy,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Gibson,
Yes.
Mayor Stricula.
Yes. All right, ordinance 2026-16, motion to read by title only, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed?
Authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract with Capital Electric Line Builders, LLC, for the Mason Citywide Signal Upgrade Project in the amount of $1,037,285.
Mr. Seiler.
Yes, thank you, Mayor and Council. The traffic signal infrastructure in the city takes continuous attention to try to keep traffic flowing as efficiently as possible. In 2023, we applied for a federal grant and were successful in getting federal grant funds to do some upgrades to our system. Mainly includes upgrades to our detection system, which I can offhand think of about 8 different types of detection we've used over my career here. None of them are perfect, but we've had the most success with radar detection. So at 19 of the intersections, they'll be upgrading the detection to the radar units. We're also adding some backup units to the signals around the campus here when we have power outages, and if it's a long enough outage where school gets school has to stop basically for the day, our signals, a couple of our signals are dark, and having the battery backup in those signals will aid in traffic getting out of the campus. And the last major thing with the project is flashing yellow arrows. We have several intersections in the city that have the flashing yellow arrows, and those both provide a safety benefit for left turn movement. It provides a clear indication to drivers that you need to use caution when making a left turn, and it also provides flexibility where certain times during the day we can have a protected arrow where you get the green arrow, or a permissive arrow, which is the flashing yellow arrow, which is very similar to just the green ball on a signal. So enhanced efficiency and also safety with the flashing yellow arrow. So those will be added at the same signals out here in front of campus at Nixon, Lakeside, Foxfield, as well as several others throughout the city. The grant itself, we were approved for just under $900,000 in federal funding. It requires a 20% local match. And the bidders that we got at the end of January, we had 4 bidders, and Capital Electric Line Builders was the low bidder on the project. They actually do a lot of the maintenance on our signals that staff can't do, that we can't do ourselves. So they're very qualified. They're an ODOT pre-qualified contractor as required. The goal of the project would be to start this spring and complete it by the end of the year. Like our other projects, it is written so that the contract is written so that they won't have any lane closures during key holidays and things like Red Rhythm Boom and the Cincinnati Open. So with that, staff is recommending approval of ordinance 2026-16. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Thank you. Motion to suspend the rule and allow for adoption after the first reading.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion to adopt.
So moved.
Council discussion? Yes.
Just curious, what does the process of upgrading each of these look like? You mentioned lane closures. How involved is this? What will it look like?
Generally, if you see if you've ever seen our contractor out in a lane with a bucket truck working on a signal head, it'll essentially be that. So their truck will be blocking a lane, especially when we have to change from a 5-section head to the flashing yellow arrow, which is a 4-section head. That'll have a bucket truck in the air. Any of their radar units, most of those are off to the side. So we may be closing a lane to get an old video detection camera off. But then the radar detection itself is kind of a side throw. You'll see those from the side, look at the approach. So they kind of look at it like a 90-degree throw. So that some of that work may be a truck on the side, the curb lane doing work on the pole as well. So they're pretty quick, but it will be at any of these intersections where we're upgrading it. It'll be at all 4 directions of the signal, and at generally the left turn lanes are where the blockage will be. So, but they're really good about getting out of traffic when there's a lot of traffic on the road and not doing work in excessive time periods. Yeah, bad times. So.
Great question. Any other council discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Burrell?
Yes.
Councilmember Singh?
Yes.
Councilmember Spaeth?
Yes.
Councilmember Swamy?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Gibson?
Yes.
Mayor Stricula?
Yes.
Councilmember Bennett?
Yes.
All right, ordinance 2026-17, motion to read by title only.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed?
Authorizing the city manager to enter into a professional services agreement with 110% Inc. to create a comprehensive parks master plan for an amount not to exceed $270,000.
Mr. Seiler.
Yes, thank you, Mayor and Council. This project is to take a look at our park system. We have 9 dedicated parks and over 335 acres of dedicated parkland. However, our last master plan for the parks was done in 2004. So a 22-year-old plan served us well, but is badly in need of updating. So staff did a request for proposals. We got 8 really good proposals and looked at the planning firms that had submitted. We asked them to consider several unique things about Mason, like the business plan approach that we have to our parks and recreation programming. assisting with prioritizing new park development and as well as some of the deferred maintenance that needs to be done in the park system. So helping us with trying to prioritize that work. Public input will be a key component of this, so there'll be public meetings and also events like maybe a booth at Red Ribbon Boom, things like that to get public input, as well as a website. They'll also do a statistically valid survey that will that'll give us some of the community's priorities and vision. And then this will be integrated with the work that Bear Becker is doing on the Gould Park concepts right now, and we're hoping to piggyback on some of the public input sessions for the park's master plan and some of the concepts that are being developed for Gould Park. 110% is a very experienced firm. They're essentially a firm of former Park and Rec directors, and so they have a great background of experience and staff, and they focus a lot on financial sustainability, and that's really what set them apart from some of the other planning firms. We had $400,000 in the budget for this, and the $270,000 includes a little contingency in case there's additional meetings or additional work that we may need them to do. We expect this to take probably a little bit over a year and get started within the next 30 to 60 days. And with that, ordinance 2026-17 is recommended, and I'll answer any questions you might have.
Thank you. Motion to suspend the rule and allow for adoption after the first reading.
Mayor, can I ask a question real quick?
Well, you want to wait until council discussion, or? Oh, I mean, all right.
So moved.
Second? Is there a second?
Yes.
Sorry. All right. All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion to adopt?
So moved.
Council discussion, Vice Mayor Gibson.
Oh, thank you. You knew
Yeah.
I was going to ask a question. Have we used this company for anything in the past?
We have not.
And
No.
have they done anything locally that,
They
like
did
in the Cincinnati area?
either Westerville or Dublin. I'd have to ask Chrissy. One of the two. Dublin. They did Dublin's Park Master Plan. I can't remember which
Columbus.
one. Yes, Columbus.
Mayor?
We're very much recommended by their staff.
Councilmember Bureau?
Would this be an example of an ad hoc committee that we would form to see this through? Or I guess I'm really just asking a training question. How would we typically, given it deals with parks and it's a pretty significant area for us?
I mean, potentially, yeah. I don't know that something to think about. I don't have a direct answer right now for that, yeah.
Mayor, if I could
Yeah, go ahead.
just suggest, we do have a Parks Board with both residents and a council member representative on that. Obviously could create a ad hoc committee, but you'd want to make sure that maintain that alignment with Park Board.
Councilmember Bennett, yeah.
I was just going to say, having sat on the park board for a couple of years, I know this is something that we have had a lot of discussions about, and I'm very excited to see it moving forward. It's been super interesting to learn how patterns of recreation change over the years. When the plan was first drafted, tennis was huge, and now it's pickleball. We did not have any demand for cricket before, and that's now become a really high demand sport. And we've been able to accommodate using baseball fields, but baseball fields are around a quarter of a circle, and cricket's generally played in the round, I've learned. So lots of things have changed, and it'll be really good to have an updated plan that reflects more of how people are using the outdoors now.
Any other council discussion? I've got a quick question on I know you mentioned a couple of ways that we're going to communicate with the public through booths and things like that, but how will they know about public meetings and input sessions beyond that?
We'll use our social media, our newsletter, weekly newsletter. We'll also have, I think, a dedicated website to this project as well. So we'll try to get the word out as much as possible. So, yeah.
Thank you. Yep. I want to echo Councilmember Bennett's comments on, we've been able to kind of accommodate some of those new things, adding pickleball courts to Heritage Oak, and we do have the cricket field at Quinn Park, I think, right? And there was a large tournament, I think, that was there not that long ago, but yeah, it would be nice to see some of that incorporated in a little bit better. Yeah, cool, thanks. We got roll call.
Councilmember Singh,
Yes.
Councilmember Spaeth,
Yes.
Councilmember Swamy,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Gibson,
Yes.
Mayor Stricula,
Yes.
Councilmember Bennett,
Yes.
Councilmember Burrell.
Yes.
Great, ordinance 2026-18, motion to read by title only.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed?
Authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract with Warren County Engineers Office for the purchase of rock salt.
Mr. Hanson.
Well, everyone was very patient with Kurt, talking about parks and master plan when you really wanted to get to the rock salt. And timely ordinance perhaps, but this is actually looking at the next winter season, 2026, 2027, so we're planning in advance. This is a procedure we've gone through for several years now, pursuing two different purchasing agreements, one through a consortium called Swap for G, Southwest Ohio Purchasers for Government, and then the Warren County Engineer to try and get the best possible price for rock salt, as well as for the city of Mason to secure multiple sources, because increasingly, as this recent event has shown, when someone wants rock salt, everyone wants rock salt, and it quickly is diminished. So the more sources we can secure, the better. The Warren County Engineer asked that we take this legislation as a preliminary commitment to participate. Additional legislation will come later in the year once bids are secured to authorize those amounts. So this is largely a housekeeping item, is recommended for adoption, but does also give me an opportunity to express appreciation initially for really our instant command system, the crews that spend a lot of time plowing snow with salt. And I know I repeat myself a lot on this. The city does something fairly unique when we talk about instant command. What that means in a nutshell is when it snows, for every city employee across every department, that is what the priority is. And so resources are shifted to account for that. That is really what allows us to maintain a 24-hour coverage in keeping the crews out there, the equipment out there, taking care of the roads, because everyone in the city is focused on that. But what it also means is other things that should be done by those people that are working typically in other departments. That's inspectors, that's often firefighters, utility workers. Our instant commander has ranged from a city engineer, assistant engineer, or utility superintendent. It means a lot of other duties are set aside during that snow removal. And then when the snow stops, we've got cleanup for most of those crews. So their day job doesn't change much because now it's spot cleaning, and others are trying to dig out from a different type of backlog in their daily work. So express appreciation across the city, those folks, as well as to residents, as well as businesses. I've received just an outpouring of compliments on the recent snow removal that goes a long ways towards helping those folks that sometimes it's a lonely drive out there when other work's piling up, to see that this does make a difference. Also, thanks to residents, I know it's also a frustrating time when those plows are repeatedly going past your house to try and clear the roads, and inevitably that results in a little bit or sometimes a lot more snow being pushed back onto your driveway. That's an inevitable result of snow removal. It helps keeps the road clean and help keep some of your hearts healthy, perhaps. That wasn't the purpose, but I do express a lot of appreciation to the crews, to residents, but also this year, an uptick I felt in volunteers, and we really spent a lot of time promoting this and helping folks understand that when these type of events occur, the true first responders are actually your neighbors, and saw a lot of examples of folks both within neighborhoods as well as efforts volunteer-wide throughout the city to help folks that could use a little extra effort getting those driveways dug out. That goes a long ways, I think, towards helping the city do a better job by focusing on the roadways and not being as as worried, concerned, or sometimes distracted when trying to help take care of special situations that do demand some more personal attention. So learned a lot through this season, I think, throughout the city, but also I hope that residents learned a lot about helping out each other and take care of folks. And hopefully we won't have these type of events except every couple of years so that we get a little bit of practice. With that, ordinance 2026-18 is recommended for adoption.
Great. Thank you. Motion to suspend the rule and allow for adoption after the first reading.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion to adopt?
So moved.
Council discussion. Great. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Spaeth.
Yes.
Councilmember Swamy.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Gibson.
Yes.
Mayor Stricula.
Yes.
Councilmember Bennett.
Yes.
Councilmember Burrell.
Yes.
Councilmember Singh.
Yes.
All right. Ordinance 2026-19, motion to read by title only, please.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed?
Authorizing participation in the Greater Warren County Drug Task Force and authorizing the city manager to execute the related memorandum of understanding.
Mr. Hanson.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. This is largely a housekeeping item. As council is aware, the city has been an active participant in the Warren County Drug Task Force for over a quarter of a century now. This allows us to work collaborative throughout the county in a host of drug-related crimes, drug trafficking, prescription drug diversion, as well as money laundering. By joining this collaborative, participating countywide is a more effective way to pursue these type of crimes, as well as to access more specialized skills and staffing. Nothing in that arrangement is changing except the form of it. We would continue to participate and be a leader in the Drug Task Force. It has operated under what is called a council of government structure. And what comes with that type of structure is it operates with some of the same burdens of a standalone type of government. So audit type of requirements, public meeting type of requirements, which really don't suit the Drug Task Force mission, but has been how it's been organized for that quarter century. So it continues to operate with those and actually is the only task force in the state that still operates under a council of government. The members of that, which is called the Drug Task Force Policy Board, have been discussing this and have determined that operating with the governance structure based on a memorandum of understanding with participating members, excuse me, will eliminate some of those burdens and allow the same services and the same participation in the city to be much more effective and avoid some of the administrative costs and delays. That is what this ordinance does. It essentially allows us to continue our participation in a new structure through that memorandum of understanding with the Drug Task Force. And it is recommended for it. And I should mention it does not change, and we do not anticipate it changing the city's financial commitment to the Drug Task Force or our ambitions for assistance with staffing the Drug Task Force. So it is recommended for adoption.
Great. A motion to suspend the rule and allow for adoption after the first reading.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Council discussion. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Swamy.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Gibson.
Yes.
Mayor Stricula.
Yes.
Councilmember Bennett.
Yes.
Councilmember Burrell.
Yes.
Councilmember Singh.
Yes.
Councilmember Spaeth.
Yes.
Great. We're now to old and new business.
Mayor?
Councilmember Spaeth.
Our America 250 Committee of Council, we have a presentation tonight. But before I get to that, I just want to briefly talk about what happened at the Planning Commission meeting on February 3rd. We just had 2 items to consider, and one was on our agenda tonight, the Betty cottages. We looked at the concept plan, and we had a public hearing. And as we saw tonight, there's going to be a second reading and a public hearing before council on March 9th. And then the second item was the Occasions 42 parking lot. We reviewed the site plan and landscape plan, and that will not come before council, but I believe when they dedicate the plat, is this right, Kurt, that will come before council? Is that correct? Yeah, okay. So those were the two items for Planning Commission. And so let's talk about the America 250 celebration. Getting back to Mr. Williams brought this up about celebrating our 250th anniversary. So Kurt, are you doing the slides? Okay. If you want to bring up the first slide. The members of our committee is, of course, it's myself and then Councilmember Joy Bennett and Councilmember Mark Burrell. And we had one meeting already. And so we want to just give you an overview of what we talked about and where we are and what's going on. So I cheated a little bit. I took this right off the website, but I wanted to read this because I hope it will actually get people to go to our website and look at it a little bit more as time goes on to see all the information we have there. July 4th, 2026 marks 250 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. As our nation approaches the 250th anniversary of its founding in 2026, the City of Mason is proud to join communities across the country and the state of Ohio in commemorating this historic milestone. America 250 is more than a celebration. It is a moment to reflect on our history as a nation, honor those who shaped it, and imagine the future we want to create for the next generation. The City of Mason is proud to be a designated America 250 Ohio community and looks forward to providing opportunities in 2026 for the community to come together, celebrate our heritage, and demonstrate our patriotism. And you can see here we have the committee purpose, scope, and responsibility, and thank you to Mayor Stricula, who pretty much put together a directive for us, what our committee should be looking at and doing. And I'll just highlight on this what part of our purpose and scope and responsibility includes is we are a committee to provide high-level vision, guidance, and policy direction to staff, allowing the staff to execute. We're to promote civic pride, honor American history and service, and highlight Mason's unique heritage. Support the delivery of a cohesive, well-coordinated celebration framework, and support community partner events, coordinate calendar of events that support America 250, and joint marketing. And I think if you can go to the next slide, please. Okay, America 250 community. Mason is designated as a America 250 community. And back in it's not that long ago, but December 16th, 2024, we passed a resolution. It was 2024-30. And the resolution basically, by adopting that, we hope to educate, preserve, innovate, and celebrate this event. And we have Chief Farrell will be the staff project leader and on from special projects, and then Barbara Bennett Heck is the events manager. America 250-ohio.org is the website, the state website that you can go to and learn more about all the activities that are happening within the state. And I'm going to now, I think, pass it on to Councilmember Bennett.
I think it's important to note that the America 250 initiative is national. It's not something that we came up with. And in fact, we joined, as Councilmember Spaeth said, we joined officially by adopting that resolution in 2024, which allowed us then to register as an official America 250 city in the state of Ohio. That website, america250-ohio.org, shows events and activities all across the state. The staff showed us that website, and you can kind of slice and dice it in a lot of different ways. They have an arts trail, and you can find places all around the state that have really neat art, and Kings Island is actually one of the stops on the arts trail. So there's just a lot of really interesting ways that you can celebrate throughout the state. And so I think I was particularly impressed by how much our staff have already put together. The banner on the screen you can see is artwork that's already established, so you'll start to see that, that design on banners and on the website as we have activities set up. What we're really doing is adding the America 250 element to events that are already happening. And then we also want to collaborate and support what others in the community are doing. So we don't need to reinvent anything. We want to really elevate what others are organizing already. So an excellent example is the American Legion's breakfast on February 14th and the Mason rock painting event. It's specifically themed for America 250, and I hear people always object, I don't have any art skills, I can't go to that. Well, you can paint a rock red, white, or blue, I promise. So come on out and participate in that. That's just an example. We didn't create that event, but we're helping to let people know there's lots of different ways to get involved. If you, as a community member, are organizing something, we'd love to know so we can help promote. We have our Mason Community Events calendar, and there will be a special tag that if you are planning an America 250 event, you can tag it that way when you enter the information, and then it will show on the calendar with a red symbol. So it'll be easy to find those kinds of events, and we really want to help support and elevate all of those activities and events. So I think that's everything that I needed to cover. One of the things that we wanted to encourage all of us as council members to do is also to elevate and share with the people that we know what's going on.
So there are some specific things, and again, thanks to the city staff for having put this all together. We're just reading a lot of what they already did. So in terms of specific city programming to celebrate America 250, we're planning to send out a community-wide mailer to help people understand what's going on, some of what we just shared. We're looking at a banner for the Declaration of Independence that we would sign. And one of the things that I tossed out at the last meeting was perhaps a public reading, maybe at our June meeting, where we as a council actually read the Declaration, and then we have the banner, and we invite people to come and we all sign it, sort of like recreating what happened back in July of 1776. We're looking at a magnet of events and activities, something that you could give people and they could put it on their refrigerator so they could have it handy. We talked about 250 minutes of community service, so this idea of giving back to the community, and this is certainly something that's unique to America, this idea of volunteerism and serving, whether it's shoveling snow or helping people with whatever they need. And so the challenge here is to take advantage of the 250 and ask people, challenge people to, what can you do to serve your community? 250 minutes, you can do the math, that's a few hours. So another one was a wellness challenge, which of course aligns with Mason's mission for community wellness and heart healthy. We're looking at a commemorative coin, America 250 commemorative coin that we would make available. We talked about some different ways to give that to people in a recognition kind of fashion. So I think some more details around that, but this idea of having something, a leave behind that you could give folks that, 10 years from now, we could look back and say, this was part of celebrating America 250. Looking at, of course, t-shirts, commemorative t-shirts, and several other promotional items, and gifts and giveaways. And as what was already mentioned, we have the community calendar that we want to make sure folks are accessing so that we can recognize what they're doing, and that'll be at imaginemason.org. And so, again, we just encourage people to go there and let us know what other events are happening that we can make sure we're making others aware of and support. I think that's everything I was supposed to cover.
Okay, Kurt, are there a few more slides, or is that the last one? I wasn't sure. But I just wanted to conclude by indicating that the PowerPoint presentation is intended as a resource that can be used for presentations to organizations and groups in Mason, outlining the city efforts and to promote and encourage participation in America 250 celebration. And I really like your idea, Mr. Williams. Maybe we can get 250 flags out throughout this city. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. And does anyone else on council have any questions about anything? We have another meeting scheduled, I think, next month, right? I don't have my calendar. I think it's next month, I'm sure. But does anybody have any questions on council?
Is there a defined community service program that for 250 hours that people could sign up?
I believe that I think the concept was that you could kind of create almost like a bingo card where you could track the things that you did and then turn it in exchange for maybe the coin or some other kinds of recognition. It's certainly not, I don't know how far along the concept is yet, but we loved the idea. So if you have suggestions or things that you've seen, we're certainly open to taking those ideas
I think
back.
it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Great.
Just have one suggestion as you guys are going through this, and thank you for putting the time in for this, that when we buy stuff like t-shirts and coins and anything like that, we try to stay local within the Mason community. I know sometimes we can save a buck by ordering on Amazon or something, but I really feel that we can do that.
I had a quick question, maybe a point of clarification, because you mentioned the calendar, community calendar. That's not only what the city is doing, but that's also for others in the community and things that they're putting on?
So this slide actually shows what it looks like to create an event, and anyone can enter an event on this community calendar, and it is masoncommunitycalendar.com. If you go there now, you can see a lot of people have started to add things that are happening throughout the city. So yes, anyone can add an event, and then you can choose America 250 if it is specifically that kind of event, and it will then be flagged as in red on the calendar. So yeah, we're hoping that it's like a central place where everyone can go to find out what's going on and also to share what they want to let others know about.
Mayor, we talked briefly about maybe having a separate calendar just for the 250 events, but we were afraid that that was going to be a lot for people to try to keep up with this calendar and this calendar. So we thought it'd be better to combine it just into the calendar we already have.
I think it's great. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, all of you. That was fantastic. Yeah, I really appreciate all the work that you got. I mean, so fast, too. So thank you very much.
Well, we really have to thank staff. They've done
Yes.
a lot of work. They always do a lot of work. They had a lot of work done before we even met. As you know, staff does everything. We take the credit.
Right, so we want to definitely share the credit back because, I
Yes.
mean, I think Councilmember Spaeth and I both were kind of like, what do you need us to do? Because they have really done a lot of work to get there, so huge credit to them.
Uh-oh.
Oh, great.
Sorry, just spilled my coffee.
I think we jinxed it, Councilmember Spaeth, because we were just talking about spilling coffee and drinks before the meeting. Seriously, Daniel and I were having a conversation. He didn't want to bring his Coke in. He was afraid he would spill it. I said, that never happens.
Oh.
Gosh. Okay. All right. Or, Councilmember Spaeth, are you okay if we move along, or?
Finished, hopefully.
Okay,
I'm done
yeah.
spilling coffee on.
No, it's okay. Yeah. Did you have anything else to add?
No, I think that's it
No.
for now.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll just
Awesome.
continue to update as we have new things to share. And it's going to be very exciting, I think, this year in the city of Mason and really in the entire country, I hope. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
I think
you.
it's great. Fantastic. Thank you again. Thank you, all three of you, very much. Any other old and new business?
Mayor, I just wanted to take a moment real quick to recognize Black History Month, especially with our upcoming America 250. I find it necessary to pay respect to the sacrifices that community has had to make and honor the contributions that they have made in the integral part of the foundation of our country. And I wondered if, as a city, there's something that we can do to honor Black History Month in terms of maybe a resolution or something to maybe honor Black influential leaders in our community, something of that sort, if that's something we can look into doing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think that'd be great. Great suggestion. Thank you. Any other old and new business?
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I have two things.
Excellent.
One, we've talked about a little bit tonight, but I want to really echo the fact that the awesome job that the city of Mason did in removing that snow. I mean, most of us over the weekend were just relaxing, except Joy. She was out volunteering and scooping people's snow. But the city workers were out for that long extended period of time. And I got several comments from my friends that coming in from surrounding cities, like, we know when we get to Mason because the roads are clear. And so it's just an awesome job. I just really want to make sure that, and I'm sure everybody here feels the same way. So thank you to the staff and those long shifts. And then secondly, I want to congratulate our Mason High School dance team. They won the national championship this weekend. And so I think that's really awesome that we recognize them. Love to have them come here maybe next month. And maybe, Mayor Strictly, you could join them in like a dance. So,
I have a lot of skills. Dancing is not one of them.
so first time ever that they've been number one in this. And I think they said that there were 22 dancers, both boys and girls, and 3 coaches. So I want to congratulate them.
Fantastic. Thank you. Any other old and new business before we move on? Real quick, I will, thank the city for their work with the roads. It was a lot of positive comments and just a great, great job, much to the chagrin of all the school-aged children. Appreciate you guys. We have, before we move on to executive session, we have a very special birthday to celebrate tonight. So Councilmember Bennett, it is your birthday month, so very exciting.
It's a big milestone birthday.
Okay, I wasn't going to bring it up, so.
No, I'm
but you
owning
can.
it, the big
Excellent.
5-0.
Congratulations, very, very cool.
1776, 1976. Semi-quincentennial, I guess I'm just what would it be? 50, what is 50 years? I don't know, I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
Semi-centennial? Yeah, that'd be like half of a century,
Yeah, that's a good one.
halfway
Yeah.
there.
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, it's going to be a little odd because you normally lead us in happy birthday. So I'll just turn the mic off. I'll do my best. Kick
I
us
believe
off
we
here.
have
We're gonna
somebody's queued up to help.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jennifer. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Well, happy birthday.
Well
Yeah.
done, everybody.
All right. I'm gonna need a motion to adjourn into executive session for the purpose of discussing acquisition, disposition of property, employment compensation of public employees, and security arrangements.
Second.
For a second, roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Gibson,
Yes.
Mayor Strictula,
Yes.
Councilmember Bennett,
Yes.
Councilmember Burrell,
Yes.
Councilmember Singh, Councilmember Spaeth,
Yes.
Councilmember Swamy.
Yes.
Mayor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but were we going to have a second recognition of visitors? Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Well, not now. We closed it out. Gosh, how do we do that? I mean,
Is
does
there
it,
anyone that wanted to address council?
okay, all right, we're good. Thank you. Councilmember Spaeth, a little earlier would have been better to remind me.
So moved.
Second.
Yes.
Opposed?
Amending ordinance number 2025-105, authorizing the city manager to negotiate and enter into a purchase and sale agreement and declaring an emergency.
All right, Mr. Hanson, any comments?
No, this is amending ordinance.
All right, motion to suspend the rule and allow for adoption after the first reading.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Any council discussion? Roll call, please.
Mayor Strictula,
Yes.
Councilmember Bennett, Councilmember Burrell?
Yes.
Councilmember Singh?
Yes.
Councilmember Spaeth?
Yes.
Councilmember Swamy?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Gibson?
Yes.
Thank you, everyone. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Have a great day.